Hey there, Floralpreneurs. It is I, Alison Ellis, here of realflowerbusiness.com with a kind of serious topic today, which is a question that was asked in my Facebook group today, basically saying, it's been a really down year, and this floral designer is trying to decide whether they need to just call it quits and close up their business. So let's talk about this, because as somebody who is known for being your cheerleader, I am also a realist. And I like to think that these two things can work together. We can be both positive and realistic when we're talking about our business. So whether you're thinking about growing your business or closing your business, there are a couple of things that are going to be similar that you want to really think about, okay? So first of all, what do you really want? This is a question that can sometimes be the hardest question to answer, but there are a few things we got to think about in our business and our life. One of them is, what lights us up? What makes us happy? Why do we want to have this business? And also, what do we expect this business to give us? Are you expecting too much from your business in terms of stability or income, right? And do you need to adjust your expectations? Or do you need to figure out how you amp up your sales and amp up your brand position so that you can really start to get into a groove and start to thrive? So the truth is that we need to get in touch with who we are, what we're great at, who we serve, and what our specialties are, and lean into those things. And one of the very first places that this starts is with your business plan. Now, I am a little bit like a broken record when it comes to encouraging floral designers to write a basic business plan. I just did a live session, my business plan jumpstart. You can get it right now, actually, in my shop for just $27 if you want to give your business a boost. Also, if you're going to close your business, you need a plan, right? What are you going to do after you close your business? When will you close it, right? What steps will you take in the meantime to sell off inventory, right? To mitigate your damages if you have to break a lease or anything like that. What will you do? So you need a plan no matter what, all right? Now, if we're really looking to troubleshoot our business, we want to put our best foot forward for next year. Or even if it's just in this consideration of, should I be closing? If you're thinking, but have I done everything possible, right? Have I done everything I can? So the business plan helps. First step, just getting a foundation. And then it comes down to really revisiting your entire system and process of booking clients. Because however clients book a wedding with you or book a sale through your website, or walk through the door of your shop, these touch points matter. And each touch point is a place where there are multiple touch points that you can improve, that you can address, that you can create systems for, and that you can make better or more enjoyable for your customer. So that's the next place to start. What are all of the touch points that make things better for your clients? So if you're doing those things, we have a plan, we're revisiting every touch point for our client, then the next thing you want to do is take a minute and reevaluate your pricing. Are you charging enough? Are you charging too much for the current market and you need to adjust your recipes or your minimums in order to accommodate a different clientele? What is going on with your pricing that you can address? Maybe it just means you need to raise your prices for next year. And again, oftentimes raising prices doesn't have to mean charging more. It can mean adjusting your recipe so that you are spending more wisely and making more money off of each sale. That's what you want to look at. Next, you want to look at, what are you actually offering to people? What do you really sell, and are you putting it out there? Okay? If you look at all of these things, if you try to improve all of these areas and make sure you're familiar with each of these pieces of your business, and you still feel like it's time to close up your business, then you know you've done everything you can and it is time. You have looked at all of these things. Either you've tried to improve them and they haven't worked, or you're not willing to improve them. It's just not that important to you to try. You're done, okay? But those are the things to look at. So let me take this a little bit further for you, because for most of us who are not looking to close, but looking to troubleshoot and fix problems, the first thing we're going to go back to, aside from our business plan, is the customer experience. So this is something I'm passionate about. Anybody who's taken my Art of Good Business class, which is a program I teach every January, you know this. Customer service is my jam. I'm obsessed with it. But when you're really evaluating how you can improve your business, we want to look at how our customers are interacting with our business. So I'm actually teaching a live class next week called the 5 Steps to Book Weddings More Quickly. It is another really affordable class. It's only $37 to join me. And in this 90-minute session, it'll be about 90 minutes, we're going to go through the steps to book clients more quickly, to lead them through your process and get them to a yes with less chasing and less ghosting and less overall uncertainty. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing on November 12th. A replay will be available if you are watching this and we've already done the live session. No problem. You can still sign up. But I would love for you to join me live if you're in a place where you're trying to figure out, what can I do? Where is there a hole right now, right? Things are slipping through the cracks. This is going to be the first place to start. Okay, so I really want to encourage you to join me for 5 Steps to Booking Clients More Quickly. Then in December, we're going to hop into my marketing workshop for florists. I haven't announced the dates yet, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to be December 8th, 9th, and 10th. And in these 3 days together, in this live virtual training, we're going to really tweak your actual intentions for marketing and branding your business. And here's why. Posting on social media isn't marketing. You have probably heard that before, right? Just posting isn't a strategy. And there are some really concrete things that you can do to save yourself some time and sanity by attracting more of the right clients, weeding out the wrong clients, and it starts with your marketing, and it doesn't mean you have to post on Instagram every day. Actually, the whole point of teaching the marketing workshop is to help encourage you to not post on Instagram every day and instead to find other ways to market your business more effectively. Okay, so doors are not open for that yet, but there is a wait list. So if you want to get on the wait list, I'll have a link available somewhere around this video, depending on where you're watching it, so that you can get on the wait list there, okay? But these are the things that you want to truly do if you're really trying to get in touch with your business goals, where you're going from here, and closing out the year feeling strong. One last thing I've got for you is my website boot camp. For anybody who's like, I can't join a live thing. I just can't anymore, right? I just can't anymore. I have a website boot camp. It's meant to help you improve your website in 3 days or less, not by doing the whole overload, the whole overhaul, but simply by fixing a few key ingredients on your website that really just need addressing. So if you want to grab that website bootcamp, that's also in my shop. It's only $79. Everything here, I'm hoping you're seeing a theme, is accessible, it's affordable, and it's meant to really move the needle in your business. It's great to learn new design techniques. It's great to learn, new fun things in your business. But sometimes the things that are not fun are actually the things that give you the most leverage in your business. So let me recap these unfun things that are actually super effective. Okay, first, having a business plan, some kind of compass to give you some direction. Where am I looking to go? Is this decision a yes or a no? That plan is going to help give you some answers, okay? Then booking your clients more quickly, creating an experience that makes it easy and confusion-free for them and for yourself, all right? Then looking at your own pricing to make sure that you're charging enough or that you're adjusting so that you can still serve your market without pricing yourself out of the market. If you do need help with pricing, by the way, I have a course called Flower Math, which is my very first course I ever made, that teaches you exactly how to price for profit. Okay, so that course exists if you need that. And then finally, I mentioned the ease of just creating a great first impression on your website with my website bootcamp. Because you don't have to overwhelm yourself with a new course every month, but I would like you to consider, what one method are you going to take? What one step are you going to take to make sure you're putting your best foot forward in your business right now and into the next year? All right. It is a down season for a lot of people, so you're not alone. But I'm going to tell you this, just because you're not alone doesn't make you feel better about it being a down year. So I want to just acknowledge that. I want to just say I'm here to support you. If you need help, if you need one-on-one coaching, I'm here to help with that as well. But I create these trainings and I offer them regularly for you, and I offer them all the way through to the end of the year. I don't just start my vacation now, which would be nice, by the way, because this is the time of year where I know that you need some help and some direction to get into the mode for next year. And frankly, I need that help too. Doing this work with you is how I keep myself accountable too. So thank you for listening all the way to the end. Thanks for being here with me. And thanks to everybody who's already signed up for my 5 steps to book clients more quickly, signed up for the marketing workshop waitlist. I am so excited to do this work with you. I truly believe that when we can get focused on the things that matter most to our customers and our future vision, that's when we can start to give ourselves those little pep talks that actually aren't just a pep talk, but they're really like, you got this. And you really do. Okay? Reach out if I can help you with anything. You can find me at realflowerbusiness.com. Head to my course shop if you want to get anything there, because there's a whole bunch more courses than I even mentioned in this video right now. Again, thank you so much for being here. Keep doing beautiful work, and I'll see you next week in the live class. All right? Bye for now.